Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. Today guys, I'll be checking out this interesting video from Brett Cooper, and it's titled Gen Z needs to grow up. You guys, I'm super excited for this. If you're yet to subscribe to this channel, please consider subscribing. Give this video a massive thumbs up, comment, share, and all that good stuff. And without much ado, let's see what Brett Cooper has for us in this video.
Welcome back to the comment section. I'm Brett Cooper. I'm sure you guys know this if you watch the show, but I kind of have a love-hate relationship with Gen Z. Half the time I'm making episodes criticizing them. Half the time you guys are shocked because I'm saying Gen Z is doing something right, but it does flip-flop. It's very nuanced. Nothing is black and white, obviously. But in my opinion, I think that we are very aware. We are obviously very passionate, which is a good thing. There's a lot of good things that we can be doing and some good things that we are doing. I also think, contrary to many people's beliefs, I do think that Gen Z is smart. I just think that we are misguided in a lot of ways. And much of that goes back to our parents, even though we love them in the ways that we were raised. And there is a TikTok trend going on right now, obviously there always is, that exemplifies this perfectly, so we have to dive in. And basically, TLDR, the one thing you need to know is that the young adults need help. Before we dive in though, make sure that you like this video, subscribe to the channel if you've not already, and then ring that notification bell so that you never miss a comment section episode. This trend started around Easter with this video that now has 3 million likes. And I always want to make sure that I emphasize this. That means that it has like 10 million views. This is like individual likes on this video. And this is the first one that I saw. And to explain it to people, this is a swipe through trend. So there are two photos. So the first one reads, my parents getting married at 21, 23. And then the next photo says, my brother, unmarried, opening his Easter basket at 29. And this just spiraled. It kept going. Everyone was at home with their families over the weekend. It was all of these 25-year-olds doing Easter egg hunts, opening their Easter baskets. It blew into a whole trend. And around Easter, it was just cute and wholesome and funny. Like, it was sweet that these young adults were spending time with their parents. They were going home for the holidays. And obviously, that mother is precious for keeping the traditions alive. Diane does the same thing. I love you, Mom, and I love your Easter baskets. Like, for example, one guy commented and said, I'm a 46-year-old dad of 3, and my mom still makes me an Easter basket. Like, it's very, very pure. That is a good thing. We should not be criticizing that at all. But generally in the comments, like, so many people related on a very deep level. One person said, so we're all just children in our 20s here. Another person said, me at 27, my parents did indeed get me an Easter basket. And after that one specific video blew up, just more and more kept coming, like this. My mom at 24 raising me at 24 getting second place in our sibling Easter egg hunt. And the photo is just perfect because they're literally on a podium. After a couple weeks of this, the comments started to get a little more astute. Somebody said, no, but this trend is making me wonder why our parents look so much older than we do at the same age. They look mature as hell. Well, it's probably because they were mature, because they were raising children at 24 years old and they were married at 20 years old. And also they dress like adults all the time. They aren't like us walking around in athleisure half the time pretending that we look cool, but really we just look like we're leaving recess. I'm sorry, I wear athleisure all the time, but that is what we look like.
You mean like a baby clown?
That is not the mature attire. But anyway, this trend continued to grow and it turned away from holidays and Easter baskets. And then it started to get pretty concerning for a lot of people on social media. Here's one example. So this girl posted, my mom at 22, and it's her parents getting married. And then she posted this text conversation with her mom. What do I do when I walk in again? And her mom said, give them your name. And then she said, I need a script. And the mom does a facepalm emoji. And then she texted and said, do I say that I have an appointment? The mom responded and said, say, hi, I have an appointment at 12 o'clock noon. They will ask for your name. Tell them your name. She says, okay, thanks. And then text or call if you have any questions or problems. Like, this 22-year-old cannot even figure out how to go to an appointment and tell them that she has an appointment. Somebody commented and said, this is sad. Yes, it is. Here's another one. My mom at 21 marrying my dad. Me at 21 texting my mom. And then she said, myself at 21 texting my mom. Can you make sure a tornado isn't coming for me? I can't find the news. These are people that are voting.
It's over. We are screwed.
They can't find the news. I mean, granted, the news isn't great. It's all just CNN and propaganda, but they can't even find the news.
Wow, you guys, what an interesting video from Brett Cooper. And as much as we want to blame the Gen Zs for not growing up, the parents also have a major role to play, because these Gen Zs, they didn't raise themselves. These parents who married at 21, at 20, raised them. And because they were almost kids on their own, these parents made a lot of mistake in raising these kids who are now Gen Zs. And let me know what you guys think about this video. Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. And Let's continue watching, you guys.
All right. Somebody said, currently me, married at 29. Another person said, I think about this all the time. Like, I genuinely don't watch the news and I genuinely have no idea about anything but kinesiology pre-medical science. Somebody else said, this is the most real trend right now. My offspring are 23 and 25, and the difference between me and them, I don't even know what happened. Well, ma'am, Audrey, mother, you're going to figure out what happened. And I'm very sorry to say, but you might have caused some of this. You might have. Just saying, boomers, Gen X, you might have caused it. All right. My personal favorite, for good measure, this is the last one. Okay. My mom getting married to my dad at 20. Me at 20. What is the address to my doctor? Am I taking any medications? Are you going to text me what to say to them? And this is what her mom responds. You started coughing 10 days ago on Saturday night. That night, you started NyQuil. You went to urgent care on 4/3, and they told you that it was allergies and prescribed you Flonase and prescription allergy medicine. Those 2 pictures I sent you, both did not help, so you went back to taking NyQuil. You are coughing all during the day, and it's worse at night. NyQuil, Vicks, humidifier, and nothing helps. You tried a prescription cough medicine last night that you got back in January when you had this. It has got, like, this girl is sick. And she does not even know what's happening. She's like, what do I tell the doctor? Girl, you are the one who is sick, and your mom knows more about your illness than you do. It is comical. Somebody commented and said, I'd be asking my mommy, do I like this food and things like that, LOL. She can manipulate me so easily, I wouldn't even notice. That's a problem, guys. Somebody else said, you know what? This trend has shown me that I'm doing pretty good. Somebody else said, the way I just had my mom set up my appointment, and I work in healthcare. Like, people, this is comedy. We should be making fun of this. Actually, we do make fun of stunted children and so much more in my new comedy show, Mr. Bertram's, for me exclusively on Daily Wire Plus starting this Sunday. Mr. Bertram is from the mind of Adam Carolla, and it follows a curmudgeon-y old school woodshop teacher as he faces the progressive school admin and the softest generation of students that he has ever seen. Tying in this episode, of course. It is super timely and it holds nothing back. Go watch it. Go subscribe. You will love it. All right, back to the point. Another person commented and said, this trend is starting to get worrying, y'all. Yeah, just a little bit. Like, it was funny when it was about Easter baskets, and now you can't even make an appointment for yourself. Now I have concerns. I think we all have a right to have concerns. There's a difference between going home for the holidays and indulging in your mom taking care of you and relaxing and engaging in fun family traditions and literally not even being able to function as an adult. Like, these are bare minimum things that we should be able to do, and the previous generations were able to figure out. Or on the flip side, maybe these young people do know how to function as an adult, but they're just relying on their parents 24/7 because it's easier than handling it yourself. Maybe we're all just lazy. I don't know. But either way, the state of things is not good, and people have obviously noticed. One person on Reddit said, why does Gen Z infantilize themselves so much? And then he said, I've been feeling this way for 2 years, but I couldn't really put it into words until now. I'm kind of weirded out by how people on the internet are infantilizing themselves, even to the point where they'll say things like an age gap of 2 years is problematic or dumb shit like that. Yeah, we've talked about that.
Wow, you guys, what are your thoughts on this video? I think the parents are mostly to blame in a situation like this, because if you let the kid figure most of these things out, they wouldn't be lazy about it, and at the end of the day, they'll end up being able to handle their shit and being responsible. But when you as a parent is so quick to prefer the solution to all of their problem, even when they have become adults, they now become so reliable on the parents and never grow up. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below, and let's wrap this video up, you guys.
It is absurd. You are not a 21-year-old teenager.
Why are you bullying me? Don't you boo me! Oh, shut your mouth!
That is dumb, okay? Oh, he talks about it here. Or how people call themselves a kid when they're literally past 21 and can legally drink. I've seen teenagers on TikTok attempt to cancel people and harass others, and when they get called out, they're like, I'm only 16 and adults are harassing me on the internet. I've literally seen a video of some people in high school running over and murdering an old man riding a bike, and people in the comments were saying shit like they're kids, they shouldn't be charged with murder. This all feels weird. It feels like people don't want to grow up. They don't. You are totally spot on. But most importantly, they have not been forced to grow up at all. This is the generation that is the product of helicopter parenting, and we are seeing the results every single day. We are seeing that this did not work. Another person on Reddit said they do that because adults infantilized them growing up. Gen Z lived a much more sheltered and structured existence relative to previous generations. Their parents pretty much try to protect them from adult pains and responsibilities more than prepare for them. Yes, and not to mention, it has become cool and desirable to be a victim. I mean, think about all the social contagion that comes with depression and other mental illnesses, where people are self-diagnosing online because it's a trend. It's trendy and cool to make TikTok videos about it. Like, I would bet that there is an appeal to act this sort of way and get babied and then avoid all responsibility from a social point of view. Like, that is a cool, interesting thing. Another person said, because people in your generation are f***ing children who act like toddlers. That's, putting it simply. Where does this come from? Honestly, I think it comes from the constant coddling you all get from your parents and teachers who treat you like you are 5-year-olds regardless of how old you are. It's harsh, but it's true. And obviously, I do not think that these parents had any malintent. I think that they genuinely believed that they were protecting and helping their children. Like, I'm sure that they thought that they were protecting their kids by monitoring and dictating their every move and every part of their life to keep them safe, not to mention having them focus solely on school and getting into a good college instead of working, going out into the world and gaining real life experience. That has proven not to be an effective strategy. We should not do that again. Because now, many in Gen Z can't even go to a doctor's appointment by themselves. College degrees are becoming less meaningful by the day, and they have minimal work and intern experience when they enter the workforce. Like, it is a mess. But the thing is, we can't fully blame Gen Z for this. I mean, between the parenting styles and COVID and online school and growing up fully in the digital age like no generation before them, not to mention the current financial instability that exists in the world that they are growing up into, no wonder they can't figure stuff out. So for the next generation, something needs to change. Kids need to be pushed out of the nest, even if it is uncomfortable for parents. They need to have their independence fostered, and they should obviously be loved by their parents, but they should be encouraged to grow up and mature, because somehow, with my generation, I think we missed the mark.
Wow, you guys, what are your thoughts on this video? This was very, very interesting, and the question still remains, is it the fault of the Gen Z, or it was the fault of the parents who raised them to become what they are today? Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.